remote outback Australia. About as remote as it's possible to get in Australia. 4 of us in 4 vehicles, all modern, well-equipped four-wheel drives, except for one, a vintage Land Rover product, no less. We are crossing the Canning Stock route, and so far it's doing its best to beat our cars to death. And today we will hit the halfway point of this 1,600 plus kilometre off-road endurance epic. Vehicle breakdowns, organising permits on our halfway refuelling point, and camels that insist on staying on the track, the convoy must now make up lost time, and that means driving into the night. But there is another problem with that idea. The Range Rover's lights don't work. I mean at all. I'm trying to strap a torch onto the roof. I don't think it's going to be bright enough, but what worries me more is Heiner. He's going to come and just give us a hard time about the car. I mean, it's just I'm sure it's temporary. It's nothing really. We have to try and hide it from him.
Robbie, what?
They're working perfectly.
What's with the headlights?
We wanted to admire the sunset. Look.
Yeah. So you just asked me to drive in front of you with my Hilux that's got lights on the back so you can see the track.
Heiner, look, distraction.
That's right. Yeah, Robbie, look.
What?
High beam.
Ignore him.
I think that's just a reflection.
But that's alright. It's not broken. It just intermittently went on night brake. That's, they do that sometimes.
Well, the thing is,
Maybe shifts over.
if we hadn't had to stop so long to fix the Hilux, we wouldn't be driving of a night time.
Well, we need lights anyway.
Yes.
I hate that last spin on it.
Thank you.
This is very difficult for Rob.
You know what? Yes, I am going to have the aid of the Hilux for lighting. A little bit.
Do you? I'm so glad we put this on camera. Let's not talk about it anymore.
But it's not mechanical.
But it's electric.
Bugger. I thought you'd gone. Lucas, get home before dark. That's their motto. We just proved it. Again.
But how to get that camel off the track?
Okay.
You just slightly push them to the side so they rotate and then they run in the bush.
Off they go.
Change their trajectory a little bit and
While you honk the horns.
Yeah, I'm going to let Heiner do it. And we've decided that Heiner might have better luck than me. How Rob is managing to see well enough at this speed, I'll never know. It's well after 9 when we find an opening and feel a need to set up camp and have a meal. Our dinner has been cooking for the last 3 hours in our Travel Buddy ovens. Because of the delays yesterday, we decided to push on to make up time, and we managed 84 kilometres yesterday, which is our aim has been minimum of 80, and we're doing well with that. Juntu, well 30. It's typical of so many of the wells on the Canning Stock route. These demarcate the actual wells used by the cattle drovers. I think drovers is the right word. They actually mark the track, and of course most of them, like this one, are in a state of disrepair, but I imagine that if one actually did dig down, one would find water, because they were used to water the cattle. Some of those wells have been rebuilt by four-wheel drive enthusiasts in Australia and have opened the canning stock route. But one thing is consistent on the entire length of the route, and that is parts and broken components of four-wheel drive littering the track. So in that regard, we're doing quite well there too.
This morning we're back in dune country, and the valleys between the dunes are like this. I know I mentioned that well 33 is the halfway. That's the halfway point because it's a place where you can get water and fuel. But the actual halfway, when considering distance, if you divide the canning stock route into two parts, it's Horse Creek to Kannarawidgee, approximately 808 kilometres, and then from Kannarawidgee to its end, 972 kilometres. So the actual halfway point, well, we're about there right now. Think about some celebration tonight. And Rob has come up with a bit of an off-the-wall idea.
Save any of us cooking, throw in the pre-cooked meals in the gravel bodies. If you could get Uber out here. Well, that's Andrew to check that out. It's got the sat on.
But Heiner's Hilux is continuing to give us problems with its rear brakes.
Just waiting now, stopped. Heiner's getting out to check the temperature of his brakes. This means everything. That we need to find a place to camp and try and figure out what the problem is. We cannot continue with in its current state, with because what happens is, I mean, you can get away with brakes that are a bit hot and things like that, but the trouble is if they get too hot, they actually damage the bearing grease, etc. gets hot, and then you lose a wheel bearing, and it then causes a whole lot of other problems. So it's not an option to continue. It's just plain not an option.
Hello. I'm not on fire yet.
That's a good start.
The braking has changed. It feels a lot more defined, the brake point as well, and it's a lot less warm. So it must have had something to do with the handbrake.
You can hold it like it's
warm. And I did a fair bit of braking as well before. I did no braking and you couldn't touch it.
like it's warm, but it's not.
Yeah, it should be a bit warm because
It's not
that
toasty
section I
though.
did brake a
Yeah.
fair bit.
It's not toasty though.
No.
Like,
We have made a little over 100 kilometres today, and there's not a lot of campsites in this open areas where you can actually set up camp in this region. This is again near another well. Heiner is trying to get to the bottom of his handbrake problem. While he's solved the symptoms, he hasn't found the cause, and he has of course no handbrake at the moment. And Rob and I are going to try and fix the lights.
So for tonight anyway, our halfway celebrations must take a back seat.
We've discovered the switches. The switch has
Yeah, the
fallen
actual-
apart. It's disintegrated inside.
The actual pin
Yeah,
that stands out that gives you a connection,
yeah.
that's actually just worn away. It's not even, it doesn't exist anymore.
It must have broken off because it was a sudden failure.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
gradual, so it must have just broken off.
The question is, of course, should we get Heiner, who fancies himself as a sparky kind of person, should we ask him to fix it for us? And we've decided absolutely not. And you want to know why?
I'm so glad I can actually work and cut around on the Range Rover.
Why are you that insecure?
What?
Why are you that insecure that this gives you pleasure?
It's been talked up so much and it's finally breaking. It's finally doing what we all were waiting for. Little things, Lucas switches breaking, falling apart, just really disintegrating into nothing.
His lines,
But-
nothing wrong with it. We
Like
just,
nothing to see.
he was bored, so we just thought we'd give him something to do.
You should have just bought one of those scan grip lights and cable tied it up the roof and then connected it to the battery box.
We got lights again.
Yeah.
And of course, yet again, it's another eagle that's been nesting under my car. So difficult getting.
3 rum and coke.
This is the bar. We gave it a name today.
Yeah, it's the pub really.
It's a pub.
Yeah.
We gave it a name today because as you were chalking up your Hilux
With the old jerry
with
can.
an old jerry can, a big lizard ran out of it.
Yeah.
So we're calling it
Lizard in a can.
Lizard in a Can.
That's the name
And
of
that's
the
the
pub.
name of the pub.
And Rob will whittle something up.
And the reason why we found that name is because we found a jerry can that is currently a wheel chock for the Hilux that had a lizard in it.
Yeah, imagine Andrew would have said that already.
That's fine, I'll go fuck myself.
So
then.
where did you get the name?
Cheers, guys.
It only took us 2 weeks to find a pub net.
Yeah. Well,
Slunge.
we said we're gonna find that somehow. Morning.
That reminds me, I need to get that wire out of the back of the Range Rover if I need to make a new hook for my grass thing. We think we have found a way to celebrate the halfway point. I wonder if it's going to work. It's a bit of a long shot. Guys, are we going with the Uber idea? Are we going with the Uber idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Rob?
Reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we reckon. We're going to give it a go. Yeah. Okay, I'll call Gwen. Hello. Hello. Yes. We've got an idea. Can you help us out? All right. I need you to contact Uber. Okay. 4 steak rolls, and we want them delivered well 23. So you're going to have to phone somebody in Newman. That's the nearest town, and this is close to one of the escape routes. Oh, about, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours from Newman. I know it's a long shot. I know it's a long shot. Tonight, 6 o'clock. Okay. I'm not being silly. Because our buildings have
So great to see that you're also going to clean up the kitchen today.
I'm a creative cook, I'm not the cleaner.
All right. Gwen's going to try and organise it. We'll see what happens.
Did he bring the rum? Did he get rum? This is the ASPW trap.
Off to the patrol owners club with him.
I think it should be the... I just don't trust them because I know what they're going to do again. Roll it. No.
Action.
I think
Oh shit.
Take 10.
Action.
I think it should be the South African Progerers Owners Club.
Progero.
What?
Progero. Take 47. Take 97.
I think it should be the South African Progeros Owners Club.
You say, this is your line. I think it should be the South African Owners Pajero. I also got it wrong. So. And action.
I think it should be the South African Progerers Owners Clubs.
You're hopeless.
You're wasting film.
Yeah, you're wasting film.
I think it should be the South African Pajero's Owners Club.
No, not
Pajero.
Pajero's.
It's Pajero.
Pajero Owners Club.
Pajero! Right, it's there.
All right, try it again.
I think it should be the South African Pajero Owners Club.
Well done.
Wow.
Well,
And all these emotions, I'm in tears.
oh bugger, the microphone was off.
The whole time.
I'm kidding. Our challenges today: do at least 85 kilometers, keep going despite the ongoing problems with the Hilux's brakes, and be at well 23, the Newman escape route, in time for what might happen or might not happen. But we have to be there by at least 4 in the afternoon to have any success with the Uber idea.
It's salty.
Salty. Well 26 is not great water, but luckily enough our tanks are still moderately full. Tomorrow we'll be passing Georgia Bore, which promises very good water. Having a bit of a drive this morning. Well, because I felt like it. And I've got a knock in the Troopcarrier's rear suspension. I'm trying to sort out what it is. I thought, oh, I'll give the Range Rover a go. And you know something, if it wasn't for the rattling of the tank, it's very, very rattly in here because of the tank. This ride is phenomenally good. While Heiner has expressed interest in doing some more major investigation into the axle problems with the Hilux, we're on track for din-dins. It's our Uber! No, not a chance. Are you our Uber driver?
Where are you going?
Are you our Uber driver?
I am indeed.
You are indeed.
Yes.
You're our Uber driver.
Yes, 1,500 Ks.
And oh, I thought you were going to say it's $1,500. It is, of course, our good friend Sean Albertat. We call him Uber Eats because he is such an outstanding chef.
No, I made it. Where's my food? Starving boy. That's cool, man.
And we hope he's come to feed us.
And Johnny. John. Made it. Yes. See you, man. Beautiful.
How's things?
Yeah, good. Good. Looking good.
Ah, thanks. I just ran up a mountain and back, so
Beautiful.
you definitely need a shower tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can smell it.
We've moved from the camping spot at well 23 to Georgia Bore. Much nicer campsite, far, far nicer. There is beautiful, sweet water at the well, and the guys are off looking for firewood. We've set up camp early in order to take another close look at the Hilux's brakes. And I've decided to, well, do my bit, help out, by avoiding shots of the Range Rover when filming work on the Hilux. And avoid bringing up the fact that they're using the Range Rover's spare wheels as wheel chocks. It's not working very well, is it? Maybe I should just go and do my own thing.
This is a fully certified Bush Jack axle stand. Designed by a fabricator.
Yeah.
SWA 4 ton.
It's got a crack on it.
How did you work out the design for the new axle stand, John?
Oh, lots of R&D.
Yeah.
That's what we're out here for.
Plenty of practice.
Yeah. Then again, I don't drive a Hilux, so I don't need it.
Oh,
Oh, nasty, nasty, nasty.
Nasty, but I agree because I'm in a Range Rover. Yeah.
The axle stands will allow the weight of the vehicle to be resting on the axle without any wheels on it.
More?
That will help with diagnosing the problem, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So if we do have to leave the Hilux here, we have to flip it on the roof. It's canning stocker rules.
What to do? How to look helpful? I know, I'll sort out the drinks. John's already done it. I'll make the fire. No, John always does that. I'll point the camera at things. That's what I'm best at.
You've removed it.
Yeah, so what we found is there are auto adjustment bars in there, and on this side what it did was it adjusted. The other side, the adjustment didn't work, and adjusted it that tight that the brakes wouldn't release anymore, so they're always touch. What we've done now is we took the self-adjustment bars out. Yeah, well, it is a bush fix.
It's a bush.
As soon as I'm back in town, that will be checked and factory parts will be put in.
It's a bush fix.
Yeah.
Heiner,
Huh?
you're going to test drive it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to follow you in the Range Rover in case you need rescuing?
No, I'd rather die.
And of course, what we've all been waiting for all day. Our Uber Eats from Sean.
Did you not tell Gwyn to order steak?
I told Gwyn to order 4 steak rolls.
Right. I mean, this is nice, but...
Typical bloody Uber. I never get it right.
Yep.
It's jolly good, but it's not what we ordered. I think we'd send it back.
I give you a
After
refund.
I've eaten it.
After you've eaten it. Yeah, no, after we've eaten it, we should send it back. Good morning. Let me reintroduce you to the crew. This is Heiner. He likes running in caves. See? That's why he sleeps in a swag and does those things. And this is Rob. Rob likes wood.
Love wood.
And this is John. He likes making fires. And the newest member of our crew is Sean, and he likes cooking.
Yes, indeed. And I'm making an...
Oh, for God's sake, shut up!
I can't budge it.
Go on, take the
Go
camera.
on then, I'll take
Don't
the
take the camera, it's still rolling.
See if you can...
Point it at me.
I will. Go on then.
Yeah.
See the magic touch.
What?
What?
Say something.
No, yeah, thank you.
Good.
Robbie, it's obviously not all about the size, it's about the technique.
Our caveman speaks again.
So, Andrew, today we're making an omelette. And I'm gonna do it just like Rob.
I am now the toast making part of this highly complex operation. Because some of these children want toast. Where's the toast coming in? A bit of a slow toaster, this one.
So I don't know why you let Sean cook.
Why?
Oh, apparently now his cooking's better than mine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But you can't do a decent pizza though.
Yeah, bait him. Good.
Yeah, right.
But you can do a real
Pizzas
omelette.
out of him tonight. I'm just putting all the stuff in here after helping putting the Hilux back together again last night.
Thank you for your participation.
Not a problem at all. Any time, which will probably be in about an hour and a half.
Probably. If it is that long.
So you're going to do a test drive, are you, before we leave, or are we just going to hit the track?
Just gonna drive.
My omelette is ready. Not that much fuel.
I was thinking, why do a test run now? Waste fuel. We'll do a test run anyway.
Andrew, Heiner and John have decided to help us out graciously with some modifications on the Range Rover.
Okay.
We've made it suit Rob
So,
a lot
see
better.
what you think.
What do you think?
I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed either.
It's a beautiful thing, a thing of beauty, and you've defiled it.
Just like its driver.
Rob, hold the camera, point it at me, watch and learn. Hold it down, give it a thumb while you're holding it down. Now, is that so hard?
Well, obviously.
In 1990, a mineral exploration company set up a camp at the junction of the Talawana track and the Canning Stock route, where we are now, to evaluate the area for mineral deposits. The tradition in the company was to name camps after the most recently born child of those working on the project. Unlike well 33, where we had a great big reservoir of water, here we actually have to pump it from the ground, put it in a bucket, and then pump it from the bucket into our individual vehicles, which means individually we all have to have a little bit of a morning workout. In the case of the newly born daughter of the senior geologist, gave her name to the new camp, Georgia Camp. The bore was drilled to supply the Georgia camp with good water, which is both plentiful and fresh.
Look, she's gushing.
Here's a gusher.
Can I do you the honors, Andrew?
Please do.
I'm gonna do you with the left arm, Shawnee.
So good to be back on the track again. Our water tanks are full with that beautiful sweet water. But it doesn't take long for one of us to have to stop to fix something. And guess which one of us it is? Nope, you're wrong. It's me. It's the troop carrier. My dashboard is lit up like a Christmas tree. ABS. This is an ABS. One of my ABS cables has been ripped off, I bet. And that cable there is the ABS sensor cable, and it's fine. It's fine.
So your ESP doesn't work anymore when your wheel speed sensors don't work. So have you seen, is that cable ripped out?
No, both front cables are correct.
Right, steering wheel is still straight.
Yeah. Okay, here's a very heavy stick wedged into the axle itself. The brake.
Oh yeah, that completely shredded your ABS plug cable here. There you go.
Yeah.
Hit it perfectly. It came up in between the spring and the shock. That is the most impossible angle, and then hit the cable straight away and completely ripped it apart.
But Sean never seems to waste a minute. The moment the convoy stops, his kitchen opens.
Do you want to know what you're going to have for lunch?
What is it, Shawnee?
Oh, he just marinated steak with sweet potatoes, garlic, ginger, and chili.
I love you.
Oh.
You know your head's on the wrong way around.
Yeah, no. I, for one, am grateful that my troop carrier is not overly electronic. The failure of that system hasn't meant that the car stopped. or even gone into limp mode. It's still running perfectly.
Any problems with your car, Andrew?
Yeah, I am. I've never driven with parabolic springs before. Do they make a sound that is? What I'm saying is the sound from the back suspension is unfamiliar. I've never experienced before, and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it.
And it's not constant either, Heiner.
Does it happen on the corrugations?
On the corrugations, and like, you know, when you're just every now and then you're on the corrugation, you'll hit just a little bit of a swoop. A whoop, yeah.
Yep, that's solid.
Okay, now if you just pop round to the other side.
This is loose, the one underneath.
But I don't think it's that's causing the noise. It's really not the troop carrier's day, and the day isn't finished yet. Might need a bit of help here to get this tree out of my roof. It's kind of jammed in. I need secateurs or something to cut it.
When did you plant that?
Huh? Grew quickly, didn't it?
She grew really quickly. How the hell have you got it right in the bracket?
Yeah, it's right in there and it's wedging against the roof there. And what I need to do is cut it right there and then try and pull it out from the top.
Right.
I'm worried about breaking the roof because as you're doing that roof is bending. That piece of roof is, yes, it's bending the rain gutter doing that. So. Okay, that's now going to break.
There you go. You can replant it later.
I'll take it home and replant it. The terrain is beginning to flatten out, and I sense the approach of Australia's most hackneyed place name, Lake Disappointment. While Frank Hahn, back in 1897, was disappointed at not finding any water in it, the opposite is true in our case. When Lake Disappointment is saturated, the ground around it is often made impassable. So we're the very opposite of disappointed. I wonder if any of them agree with me. The Range Rover. We are now 2/3 along the Canning Stock route, and it's covered it without any major difficulties at all. In fact, even the difficulties that it's had are barely worth mentioning, considering it's 45 years old. So, I bought it a gift, which I shall give to it at daybreak tomorrow morning. But now...
All right, Andrew. Yes. Thanks for inviting me to this trip, and I'm glad to be with you guys here. I made this special meal. I hope you guys like it, and I make it only for special people. Okay.
How about that?
That is a feast.
That's what you call it, a feast. I think we can eat for 2 nights.
It's very good shot. Wow, wow, wow.
I'm glad you like it.
If surprises are like that, you can keep them coming, that's alright.
Put that picture. Use that image as like, okay.
Good morning to you. Do you find us on the last
last third of the route we've travelled for the last, I can't remember how many days, and that's good because if you lose track of days it means that you're having a good time on a safari. And we have the final probably 4 bush days left. And here is our gift. Its own personalised Canning stock route number plate with a photograph of the Mercedes Geländewagen, which in 2016 broke down so badly they had to fly in spare parts. The Canning stock route has one permanent river crossing. Right from the onset, I was concerned about this crossing because it has the potential to stop travellers in their tracks. The entire area quickly floods after heavy rains and sometimes takes weeks to dissipate.
Hard. It's a bit slippery on top, but it's hard.
It's no deeper than I remember it in 2017. And like then, the riverbed is firm enough to carry our vehicles. The Lake Disappointment area, for me, is the most beautiful part of the entire route, but it's also the scariest. So part of me is glad to have it behind us. This is now the 5th complete abandoned wreck we've come across so far. Second generation Pajero, and I'm looking at the dates of the graffiti: 2014, 2015, 2013, 15, 20, 22. Did somebody come here in May 22? This year. It was closed. We've taken a track off the main route to a resting area called Derba Springs. It's an 8-kilometre detour, and it's been a very long time since somebody drove this track. It's slow and rough, but worth it. And I'm looking forward to getting there because, well, I'd like to sort out this very, very annoying squeak that is making my very new Troopcarrier sound like a garden refuse trailer.
The canning keeps on giving. Last night we camped on one of the biggest salt lakes I've ever bloody seen in my life. You can virtually see the curvature of the earth. And now we've pulled up at this place in the middle of a canyon with white gum all over the place. It's an absolute paradise. Just keeps on giving. And I couldn't have done it in a better car.
So give me a minute to catch my breath. Take what's yours, I'll take what's left. I'm used to coming up, second best. Always fail to pass the test. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
Well, good morning to you. Derby Springs. Wow, it's just, it blows your mind, you know, after days in the desert, the landscape does change a bit from the endless dunes to these wide open plains, and then suddenly, an oasis, there is a spring here, there's water, permanent water on the surface, and of course birds. And we're sitting around the campfire last night. I'm actually really tired from the trip. I'm got to the point where now I want to stop myself from hurrying the rest of the trip, because we still have 480 give or take kilometers off road to complete the route. So that means the current average speed, that's another 5 days in the bush. I don't know if you've noticed, the last few mornings, two at least, Rob no longer closes his tailgate at night. Wise man. What I am going to do though is restore some of this girl's dignity. Honestly, the youth of today got no class.
It's just so much better to wake up to a Range Rover again.
I did the right thing, didn't I?
Certainly did. Idiots.
Gits.
Here's today's trivia for you, Andrew.
Today's trivia.
Today's trivia is what happened to the peanut butter.
All the chunky bits have come to the top.
Yeah. Corrugations have separated.
Yeah, the shaking means all the big bits go to the top and all the little bits go to the bottom.
Yeah. So if you really like the peanut bits and crunchy peanut butter.
So maybe the ride in your car is not as good as you make it out to be. Oh, way. So yesterday, lots and lots of grass yesterday. So again, I've got to make sure that my DPF is clear. Another day.
Okay, radio check. Can you copy? I can hear you.
But I've had an idea. Rob's a bit taller than I am.
It won't be long before they fall out. I'll get it back.
The Troopcarrier on these dunes, they're quite steep dunes, and this morning we've actually encountered long straight sections between the dunes, and then the dunes have been amongst the highest we've had in the entire trip. And the Troopcarrier's been handling them fine, but I can feel it's very heavy, and I can also feel that it's very top heavy. And of course, which the Range Rover isn't.
Andrew's took the old girl for a ride again. I'm stuck in the Troopy. First thing I notice is this steering wheel's really twitchy. There's no play. What's that about? You turn it and it goes. Not used to that at all.
It's going to take a bit of getting used to because the steering is not very...
It's alright. But there's too much going on. All this So there is one good thing about getting to drive the Troopy. I get to see what the rear end looks like in a Range Rover.
Diff is locked, centre diff is locked. See, I hit that bump quite hard in the Rangey and it hardly felt it. Whereas the Troopy would be boom, thump.
Andrew's took the Range Rover again, and it looks like we've run out of sand dunes, but hang on. Have you had enough?
I tell you, when you're slow going, it gets very hot in there, slow going.
Yeah.
It really does get very hot in there.
Yeah.
But it just absorbs the bumps like, it's unbelievable how it's amazing.
It's right through.
Yeah. Right well.
Back where I belong. That thing's way too twitchy for me. Look at it.
Okay, we're sitting going again, and Rob has reported a strange ticking noise in the Range Rover.
Why is the strange lover gone?
Because we have respect for this car. Sounds normal now. I think we wait until the sound manifests into something that we can know what it is. But
Running really well, temperatures, everything.
Definitely keep an eye on it, just in case that was the water pump.
yeah,
It's only a just in case. Okay, all three, Rob, you can start.
sweet.
It's coming out of the engine.
I don't think it's anything to worry about. I've owned one of those things, and I know that you can have a funny noise, and you think to yourself, "Oh heavens, what is that?" And it stops an hour and a half later, and you never hear the noise again. So I think we drive until we know what it is, and then we can fix it. Probably can fix it. I've got a lot of spares. A few hours later, we've arrived at a well with promising water in it. Sweet.
Is that fresh?
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, my break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though.
Time to find a campsite. This time, Heiner's request is, let's camp on a panned surface. The trouble is, the panned surface can be very, very soft. With a good distance covered today, it's time to find a camp. And at Heiner's request to set up a camp on a salt pan, he's now heading out to see if the surface is firm enough. Pans like this can be treacherous, with the wheels suddenly breaking through the crust, and not just getting stuck, but getting very, very stuck. Difficult to extricate any vehicle. But it all looks firm, and so now the challenge is to find a flat spot. A task which Rob is taking very seriously. And it appears Heiner is too. Within seconds of most of us shutting down our engines, Sean opens up his kitchen and puts a smile on all of our faces. So I'm going to do something now, set up the camera and give it to Rob, but this is completely out of character. This isn't me. It's Heiner, you know. It's Heiner's fault. I've got that out of my system. Thank you very much, Rob. You can have it.
Sunset on a salt lake.
You're a bad influence. You even got me to do so. You should be shot and asked to leave the country. 155 kilometers today. It was a really, really good run with lots of dunes, some of them really difficult, interspersed with some rocks, but then long stretches, 4, 5, 6, 7 kilometers, where you could sit at 40 kilometers an hour. Tomorrow morning is maintenance day on the Range Rover. We discovered a little noise that we don't really like, and we're going to do maintenance on that. And I also need to do a little bit of, well, maintenance on the Troopcarrier. I'm just going to replace the air cleaner and give the engine a thorough check. That's for tomorrow.
No, not yet.
I need something warm to wear. It's cooling down. Morning, Rob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not making tea.
What?
No.
What?
No, I thought we'd, because we're in this place, we'd get exotic like, and I'm making coffee.
Well, that's a bit posh, isn't it?
Yeah, well, a bit, but I thought, it's all right, isn't it?
Try it before you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to do it before you
It's not
die.
good after.
It's less effective after.
You won't get the flavour, see? No.
No, you won't get flavour. You won't get as much. You
Get the flavour. I bet you can't guess where I got that cup from.
Let me see. I don't know, from a windmill shop.
No.
No.
Well, 33.
Well.
Yeah.
It's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the kangaroo.
What we're doing on the Range Rover is maintenance. Oh, he's coming. It's maintenance. Yeah. We just nothing wrong with it, It's just making sure it's all right, isn't it? Isn't that, Rob?
What's she doing there then?
Open the bonnet. It's a first step, I feel, when working on a vehicle. You open a bonnet because it looks like you know what you're doing.
Well, even if you're working on the back end, if you open the bonnet, you look like a professional. See?
Yeah. So where is it? Where are the bits? It fell apart in the airbox. So
It should look like that.
it should look like that, but instead it looked like this.
Which means there should be a wing nut somewhere.
There's a wing nut, but it won't be. Well, it couldn't have got.
So it couldn't have fell out.
It couldn't have fallen out. It has to be in the airbox, which is on the ground there.
Maybe that's the rattle you get out of the engine. Maybe it went
I
through
have
the air
found
filter.
it as the wing nut.
That's good. I was going to open up the entire engine and look in all the pistons. Luckily, we saved ourselves 7 weeks of work. Jolly good. Well done. This is the first time, we should add, this is the first time we are going to...
The spares box. Ta-da!
Well,
Don't know what half of that is, but
I do. So we need a bolt to blank that. Oh, that could be it.
could be big.
You know what that's for? You?
Zebedee?
No, seriously, do you know what it's for? No. Pity, I know either. That, yeah, you were talking about that nice reflection.
On the,
Yeah.
on the water.
Yeah, on the water. Yeah.
It's like a mirror, isn't it?
It's just like a mirror, except a mirror on a table, not on
Yeah.
a wall like you know.
But what I don't understand is how comes, if it's like a mirror, when I look in the mirror, I'm not upside down, am I?
No, that's true. How they do that then?
I don't know.
God,
It's an enigma.
that's racist. That is.
Hey, Shawnee,
Yes,
where are you from?
me. I'm from here.
No, really, where are you from originally?
Originally, well, mix. Iraq and Spain.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Where's your bloody camels at?
I left them behind. They're feeding.
They will come back, don't worry.
They will come.
They will come. They know the way. They have their own navigation. The top.
Slow, isn't it?
Slow, but no funnel required.
A quick wrap up. We're going to see if we can get more mileage today, because we know that the last section of the track is going to be very slow. So back on the track. 3 weeks ago it was reported to us that this area was underwater, which means the track ahead could easily be very muddy and very washed out.
I went really slowly through a very shallow mud hole. Except for that it was really fast and it wasn't shallow at all.
I think we should look at all of the vehicles and see how we handled that puddle. Sensible person's car. Moderately sensible person's car. Sensible, but only when he's with his parents' car. Quite surprising for a youth. Blithering idiot.
Can you clean my lights?
Children. We're all children.
New paint on my car.
All children.
Johnny, did the Triton break?
Nah, I lost a bolt in my tray. One bolt and one light, so that's in the car.
We're getting closer and closer to the finishing line. This is well 9. And I am quietly confident that the Range Rover will make that finishing line. But it is starting to misbehave and show its age with some strange noises, and it's, to be honest, got me worried.
So yesterday, developed a little bit of a knocking in the Range Rover. It sounded a little bit like a tin can getting dragged down a cobble street behind a donkey cart with no wheels, but today we've turned it on. Sounds like a hummingbird with no wings stuffed in a cardboard box. Totally different, and we've done nothing to fix it apart from change the air filter, which I don't think we did, but there you go. Self-fixing cars. Down there.
Earlier on it was much louder.
Much louder.
And it's quite quiet now.
Yep. But now we're only getting the squeak.
What were you getting before?
A tap.
A tap. I think everybody's feeling it. Tired. We're at the point where I think everybody's kind of, me included, saying, okay, time to get there. Time to finish, cross the finishing line. We've got two days drive to get a little over 200 kilometres to Iluna. The last 40 or so is just an open gravel road. So off-road, yeah, 160 approximately kilometres. I, for one, I'm looking forward to crossing that line and announcing our achievement, which I think is pretty significant. It's, well, really, it's the Range Rover and Rob.
Okay, go. Make some sparkles.
Good morning. No trip for me into the Australian outback.
is complete without this. Try again. This. Try again. It's the butcher bird. I don't just get tingles down my spine, through my arms, legs, the works, every bit tingles when I hear that sound. There are 4 birds. One over there. 2 competing in the trees over there. And another one over there. It's almost like a competition. As if each time they do it, they invent a new sequence of similar sounds. It's like playing a musical instrument, but using different chords, the same chords but in different order.
Morning.
Morning.
Guys, I'm sick of these beautiful tranquil mornings get interrupted by 2 old Englishmen banging. Every day.
What are you talking about? Speak to the bird.
Well, you were doing most.
Well, you was behind.
I think everybody in the convoy is feeling a little, let's get this done. Picking up the speed a little bit. The track is not particularly slow, not particularly rough. This is a private piece of land, a cattle station, and it'll take us approximately 3.5 hours to cross it. And tonight, I feel that might actually be our final bush camp. Can you station strictly no trailers, nothing larger than a Ford F350? Go back to well 5 exit. One of the things contributing to the get it done feeling, I think, is the landscape. It's not very inspiring. The driving is a mixture of slow-going, dried-out riverbed crossings, and quite fast, smooth track. If I compare it to the landscapes we've enjoyed over the past week, well, it's a bit dull. And that might be the reason why Heiner and John have lagged behind to do some off-roading and filming and making fun out of the day's drive. Meanwhile, the 3 of us will push on. But then, to relieve the boredom, the track started getting really interesting. Really deep ruts. No, you will stick in that. It's deeper. Time to get out a camera and point it at the Range Rover. You might stick. Which one do you want to try? You want to try this one? Okay. That was boring.
breezed through. It was like, yeah.
I thought it was actually a lot deeper than it turned out to be. The Range Rover makes off-road driving look so easy. It has no lockers on the axles at all. Doesn't need them. Well, not in this kind of terrain anyway.
So we've been hitting some pretty up and downy and loads of corrugation today. Range Rover's handling it, not a problem. Me, on the other hand, I feel like I've been rally driving in an out of balance washing machine on bloody spin dry. Yep, my back's suffering, but still good fun.
But sometimes I think I kind of overdo it a little bit with the Range Rover, because the next minute the unthinkable happened.
Okay, we've got a little drip, so we're going to check that out.
Here we go.
I reckon
It's there.
it's this top bit.
Fortune shines on us yet again. We had just stopped for a break, and Sean has noticed a gathering pool of water under the engine.
That looks like the hose. It's dripping right out of there.
I've got a spare one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure in there. That's completely empty.
Right.
And in fact, that water's not actually that hot. But that is.
That was a lucky stop from me.
I think we caught this early.
Yep.
Why not go and find the spare one? It's definitely in there. It's definitely, I've seen it. First time.
Okay, where did I poke it? Here we go.
There you go. Outstanding.
Spare hose.
Okay, brilliant.
Look at us go.
Look at us go. We're so close to the finish line. Hey, we are this is the first engine work we've actually done on the engine. Should we tell Heiner? Should we
No,
just
that's
shut
what
up
I'm just about to say. We really need to get this done.
before they come?
Because Heiner will catch us up shortly. We do not need him coming.
No, we must, yeah. It's hot. Where's that rag? You're made of asbestos.
Working hard. Well, I've been hot enough in there to...
No difference.
What's the difference? That's the steering wheel.
Should have got some screws on. I could. And not.
No, Andrew, come on. We've not got time for this. I can hear him coming. Come on.
Oh, we need to get some water.
Fill her up.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Okay, I won't put that on yet. We need a spanner for that. Oh, hot! Okay, good and tight.
We lost very little, so therefore it doesn't count.
Come on, boys. I think you got only 3 minutes. Counting down.
It's like a rally. A rally car. we should check it.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
Yes, we have. Let me check if the thing's still in gear.
It's covering the track.
We made it with less than a minute to spare. And Heiner and John, to this day, well, they probably know now because they've watched this film, but we never told them. And all of us at the moment are at the very edge of our fuel range. There is a chance that one vehicle will have to go into Wiluna and return with some jerry cans of fuel. The Range Rover is the only one that will comfortably get there with the fuel on board.
We're down to the bottom end now, end of the canning, end of the trip. And I can honestly say, I cannot fault this car. One bit, Range Rover has been absolutely beautiful to ride. Hard work's done, well good. But there is a slight problem with it. I'm not sure how to tell Andrew, you can't have it back. Ever.
Park next to me as best you can, and then climb out of your vehicles.
Final camp. We made it. We've only got a few more K and we'll be off the canyon about an hour tomorrow or so. And that's it. What an epic journey. Couldn't have done it with a better bunch of guys. Thank you, Andrew. Can't thank you enough, really, for letting me have a go with this little baby. There's the real hero. Joy, absolute joy. Every little aching bone in my body, it was joyful.
Gonna go now to the far. I've got some beers, crack some of those, congratulate everybody on such a fine trip, and not just a fine trip, an outstanding trip. I would like to say a personal thank you to all of you. You all contributed massively to the project, probably no more than you realize. And in my many years of doing this, this is one for the books, and it'll be one that I will remember forever. And there are only, and I've probably done 100, and there are probably 5 big expeditions that I count as this is added to that. So, cool. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew. Cheers.
There's too many more. Yeah.
Cheers.
Ding ding.
Cheers, chunk clink.
Ding chink.
Cheers. Now for an argument. What is the best vehicle?
Range Rover. Oh, Hilux.
Ah, come on, FJ.
You said it. Cloud. Cloud.
It did everything I wanted it to do. I could.
Give me a minute to catch my breath. Take what's yours, I'll take what's left. I'm used to coming up second best. Always fail to pass the test. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
discussed over 1,000 miles. All imaginable terrains. Wonderful campsites, meals, and camaraderie. We have unanimously decided that the ideal vehicle for an arduous trip like the Canning Stock route is a 2013 badly maintained Nissan Triton.
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi Navara. Didn't expect that, did you?
Hashtag driveway.
We're here. How much fuel you got left? Will you get to Wiluna?
Yeah, I think so.
How much fuel you got left? Will you get to Wiluna?
I'm on a reserve and it's going to be bloody tight. Very tight.
Will you get to Wiluna on the fuel that you've got in the car?
Yes, I will.
Ah, boring. Will you get to Wiluna with the fuel you got in the car?
Perth. And that's it. We've left the canning. Done. Completed. Got it done. Which brings us some to mind. So sad! So sad! It's a sad, sad situation. Moving the canning seems to be the hardest work.
What do you call it?
So sad!
Like
So
a
sad! It's a sad, sad situation. Leaving the canning seems to be the hardest work.
So everybody's decided we'll air down in Wiluna. We'll sit at 70 or 80 on this gravel road, and the only one who's about to run out and might actually run out is the Mitsubishi and John. So I've got 20 litres in the back that I decided I'm not going to decant into my car because he might need it more than me. All of us made it to Wiluna without needing to refuel. Another 925 kilometres took us to our homes near Perth. Having covered 6,112 kilometres in all, you've got no bloody shirt on. 3 weeks after completing the Canning Stock route, the crew gathered with their families for a viewing of the early episodes. Nobody had seen me in 3 weeks.
Not at all.
I was just about to get the Hilux to rescue you.
I've just got back. I've been driving around since the trip.
Yeah, right.
And Rob arrived late, having been stopped on the highway. The Range Rover broke down.
Decided.
Okay.
So what actually happened?
It just stopped. Literally just stopped. Jump start, went again.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, I'm back.
How are you doing? You good?
Good. Hello. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hello, Mum. I'm going to get a cuddle.
Of course you are. I've got a special one for you.
There we go.
Has it been entertaining?
Oh, it's fabulous. I've laughed and laughed and laughed.
I'm just getting little messages off Andrew.
Oh, really?
I just edited this bit.
I think we all completely forgot that we actually filming.
That's what makes the story.
Exactly. It was just fun.
Yeah. You guys are going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to kill him at any stage?
Well, that's to do
The
the
only
pull-up
thing
with
I
a no
wanted to
shirt
paint
thing.
L and R on his hands.
That was because the R was starting to come off.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to block out the R, and I didn't mean for you to defile the car.
No,
That
but
was to
we
keep
still
the R
did.
on so it wouldn't break.
You know what? I actually googled Strange Lover Range Rover. I think nobody's done that before.
So,
I've never seen a picture of that before, so I think we invented a thing.
so this is the first time you've actually done something original.
You want that one?
Yeah, I had that one.
He said it.
That one?
He said, he said
Just take it, Andrew. Just take it. No, you think.
What's that going on?
Finally, I've got it.
100 kilometres off-road. But to get to its start, we must drive for 4 days, 2,600 kilometres, and that's where you find us now.
And the 3 vehicles that the Range Rover will be supporting on this epic journey are...
Some old Hilux with some stuff bolted.
2 weeks later, we invited the boys back to watch the final episodes and film their reactions.
Really interesting.
But sometimes I think I kind of overdo it a little bit with the Range Rover.
Because the next minute, the unthinkable happened.
Okay, we've got a little drip, so we're going to check that out.
At this time, John and Heiner still don't know about the Range Rover's final breakdown. So this is a live recording of their reactions to it.
Gathering pool
Of water under the engine.
That looks like the hose. Stripping right out of there.
I've got a spare one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure in there. That's completely empty.
You didn't even mention that. So you did break down.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Look at that. That is definitely a repair.
What?
Yeah. It is a repair.
It's not a repair, does it change parts?
Yeah.
Of course it is. That is the definition of a repair.
No, because you just definitely have seen it.
That you take a part out and put a new part in.
Before they come.
Because Heiner will catch us up.
We do not need him coming. Where's that rag? You're made of asbestos. Working hard.
Well, I've been hopping into the air.
No difference.
I should have had some screws.
Andrew, come on, we've not got time for this. I can hear him coming, come on. Trying to get it done before you got back. So come on.
Have to rally swap it.
Fill her up.
No way.
Yeah.
Look, he's filling it up before I got it done up.
For that. Oh, hot!
I remember when it was.
Yeah.
It really took us a time to catch up there.
We just heard it, so therefore it doesn't count.
Come on, boys. I think you got only 3 minutes. Counting down.
It's like a rally. A rally car. we should check it.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
Yes, we have. Let me check if the thing's still in gear.
Five forward. You cheeky buggers! Shit, that's the
We made it with less than a minute to spare.
You cheeky buggers.
All these memories coming flooding back. Sitting, waiting for them, the side of the road.
And Andrew thought I was going to pick her up in the morning. Woohoo! Here we go again. Morning. So we're all got together again, and we're having a little trippity trip down south. In our convoy, we have me driving the Range Rover again. Andrew driving the Troopy. John in his trusty little Triton. And Heiner, oh no. No, Heiner's had to shoot off a little bit earlier than us, just in case. You know, it's the Hilux. We're all here. Andrews, mine, Stoke Andrews. Then we've got Johnny's. Here's the boys.
Radio up and the blinds pulled down. You love it when nobody's around. I wanna call out pound town, but you bite my lip, don't make a sound. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
buggers.
Bastards. Yeah, and it was like, and then it clicked. Now it makes sense. Like this whole scene is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And even Sean kept a secret, and I think it's not easy for Sean to do that.
He's done well.
On Instagram in a shot.
He's done well.
Now my end shot is that. That's my end shot.
Full rainbow.
That's my end shot. Stand by.
Oh, there's two.
I'll be down.
There.
Is it
That's where the leprechaun lives.
So we need to find
John,
the gold.
get the gun.
So give me a minute to catch my breath. Take what's yours, I'll take what's left. I'm used to coming up to second best. Always fail to pass the test. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
Andrew, film me. Introduction to your new suit. Finding gold. It's the best chance we're gonna get. I'm going for it.
I'm coming! Just mark the spot! Mark the spot! I'm coming! I'm gonna get it! It's all gold! I'm gonna get me the car!